Another way to think about AI then is that it is something that makes it so that we and our ability to think, to create, are turned over to someone else. You are taking your ability to work and actively, to think actively, to create actively, and that is turned over to something that uses your labor as something of a resource that it can siphon. So you're essentially turned into a passive worker that's still working extensively, but just being fed on. And when that happens, oftentimes people substitute through this technology the ability to actively create, the ability to actively think, and they insulate themselves in the stolen wares that AI provide from other workers. And it becomes sort of chaotic, where they are essentially wrapped up in this quilt or illusion like Don Quixote, and they can tilt at windmills. And it made me think, all right, everyone's a main character then, because you can make so much stuff even though you're not actually making it. And we're being so creative even though you're being stolen from. And we are so heroic when actually you're the dupe. And in this situation, it's like the Matrix, where people think, oh, I am doing all of this stuff, and yet I'm actually insulated in this bubble where I'm being fed on. And it made me think of the Protestant ethic, where you have to be working, 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 but in a more passive role where you're actually being exploited. The example that popped into my head was Ash from Army of Darkness. I'll swallow your soul. Come get some. And Ash from Housewares saves Esmart from the evil witch. So it's the Jewish conspiracy, it's the abject outsider, but the enemy within. And I could have been king, but in my own way, I am king. And that kind of idiot hero tilting at windmills is essentially through the Protestant ethic punching down against this cartoon idea of some other theft that is occurring, some other thief, when in reality, Asmart is the ultimate villain of the story, and their servant, their stupid servant, armed subservience is Ash from Housewares. And those kinds of illusions are the ones that people are wrapped up in through AI that makes us think that we're in a similar position, but it's somehow a positive thing. And that's just not the case. Food for thought.